Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is going to be your general read for the month of August. It is general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. Even if it does resonate, I would urge you to check out your other signs. Obviously, if it doesn't resonate, I'm going to urge you to check out your other signs. Maybe one of those will resonate a little bit better. But even if it does resonate, I'm urging you to check out your other signs so you can get a broader perspective, maybe a bigger picture, or maybe even connect some of the dots. What else? Time is an illusion. So we are dating this for the month of August 2022. However, because time is an illusion, it could, you know, resonate at any time whenever you watch this, and it could definitely have already happened or be happening in the future. Yeah, there's that. And also I'm going to be reading from the perspective of Gemini because it's a Gemini reading. However, if you feel like the roles are reversed or it's meant for the cross watcher or whatever, you know, feel free to reverse those roles and make it fit for you. Yeah, and then also don't try to make it fit too hard. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you, right? And then what else? Oh, remember that we read tarot so that we can see current energy on current timelines and possible outcomes. It is not the end all be all. The reason we do this is so that we can see a semi blueprint, right? An estimation. And if we see something that we do not like, we're able to be conscious, aware, and vigilant in order to change those things. All right. So, and for legal purposes, entertainment only. So there does seem to be some type of manipulation that's hot and cold. Gemini, there's likely either a situation that you continue to get yourself into or a person that keeps coming around, or however that's going to look, that does seem to be focusing on emotional manipulation and very like, ooh, it feels a bit one-sided. I feel like for some of you, it's a blame game issue. For others of you, it's a guilt trip issue. And I'm not saying this is you. I don't know that this is you, Gemini. It feels very much like something else. It could definitely be you, but it feels like this is being done to you or how you're perceiving a situation. Definitely could be the other way around, but it comes in and it comes out, okay? It's not steady. So if it's a person, this person like disappears for a long time or is pushed away for a long time and then they come back. If it's a behavior, maybe it's like this little hair you get up your ass every once in a while and you fall back into this little like pattern of things. Whatever that looks like for you. Let's see what the challenge is there. The challenge is finding happiness with this and also letting it go in a light situation. So I feel like some of you may be kind of trapped in this situation for fear of hurting someone's feelings, which would make sense why the guilt trip thing keeps coming up there. And then also, it may be for some of you, the reason you keep getting kind of like drawn back into the situation is because you feel like it's going to bring you happiness, or you're not certain what can bring you happiness outside of this, right? This may be something very much so that you've already far outgrown and simply do not know how to implement other things. And that happens to all of us. That's a very real issue, right? You know, something that made us happy 10, 20 years ago, you know, we evolve, we change, we get wider palettes, we get new experiences, and those things sometimes no longer make us happy. But at our saddest points or our most desperate or empty portions of life, we tend to go back to the things that were most happy, and usually we find ourselves even more empty because that's no longer what we're searching for. That no longer will fill the void. And that seems to be the situation that we are approaching in the month of August, Gemini. Let's see what's going on in the past. Loneliness. The Hermit. Okay, so it's possible that you're entertaining this relationship, situation, behavior, whatever, in lonely spouts. Whenever you get lonely, it goes from contemplation to isolation, and then it goes into depression and loneliness, and then you get either you allow certain people back in your life, entertaining certain things because, you know, the company is nice, or you start to implement certain patterns and behaviors because it's just kind of, you know, this cyclical thing. I don't know what's going on with the planets, but this is our like 6th or 7th reading, general, for the month of August, and there has been this very cyclical energy coming through for every sign. So it may very well just be one of those times where we are being presented with a little bit more of our toxic behaviors so that we can shed a little bit more and transform a little bit more and ascend a little bit more. Okay? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Look, you don't want to be alone, but you don't want to be around anyone. This is such Gemini energy, right? Okay, so the 5 of Cups in the sideways position in the goals, it's like you're trying. You are trying, Gemini. I do feel like you don't want to be alone, but you don't want to be around anybody. You want to be touched, but you don't want anybody in your little bubble. It's like one of that. It's that. You know, you want to work, but you don't want to get up at 5 a.m. You want money, but you don't want to do that job that requires, you know, it's just one of those things. And also, it does look like you are trying to look at the blessings in your life, to look at what you do have instead of focus on what you don't have and what you're missing. There is some weird depression going on here, and it does come in spurts. Okay, it looks like you pull yourself out very fast. Gemini, I'm going to say something that's not going to be a popular opinion, but it may be a situation where you kind of need to dive into that depression and that sadness so that you can get it over with, get through it, figure out what's going on there so that you can rip those roots out and you don't have to keep going through this cyclical thing. Okay, in the subconscious, you know very good and well that you need balance. Okay, you need balance, and also you know that you need other options. Why you're not going for those, why you're not manifesting those remains to be seen, but you are aware that you need balance and that you need something different. You need some sort of an out. Okay, so let's say you always let's say you work out 3 times a week, and that's always been how you get your excess energy out, or your, you know, whatever. You may need a little bit more than that now. You may need like actual social events to be able to get something back. You know, working out at the gym 3 times a week is just gonna, maybe for some of you, not going to be enough to release. Okay, maybe you need more in the bedroom. Maybe the bedroom has always been your thing, and now you need more. Let's say you need a passion, you need art. Maybe some of you need to fish, hunt. I don't know what it would be for you. Collecting things. I'm seeing someone collect things. So when I think about collecting things, I think about hobbies. Okay, so some of you need a hobby. You need something to do with your time. Again, like maybe you've worked so hard that the way you release is sitting and vegging out in front of the TV for 2 hours, and now that's not doing it for you anymore. It's literally going to drive you insane. You need a hobby. You need to get outside. I don't know what you're collecting. I'm seeing collecting all kinds of things, but stamps, I'm hearing stamps and coins ain't going to do it this time. So that's a direct message for somebody. Let's go. Overall short-term outcome is the Ace. Is that the Ace? Yes, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. We're going to clarify that, but right now it's looking like, oh, it's so doom and gloom. There's no hope for me. It's very much that, like, oh my God, I'm never going to have this opportunity, or that opportunity is not going to present, or it's just not meant for me, or, you know, this is my life, and that's not it, okay? But that is a short-term outcome. That's the way it's being perceived or looked at. Okay, and in the advice, you have the Chariots. In the outside influences, you've got the Page of Pentacles. I do apologize for the background noise. I did have that door shut, but somebody opened it. Let's see. Hopes and fears, you've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse position. Long-term outcome. Let's see, with the overall possible long-term outcome, the Death card. Okay, in the reverse. All right. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Strength in the reverse, the World in the upright, and the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, and the 6 of Cups. There's that nostalgia energy I was feeling. Okay, so look, the advice is to move forward and grow. Pretty simple there. The outside influence is the Page of Pentacles. So it's like there, you can see the opportunities. You don't want to take the opportunities. There's a very real energy of fear here. It almost feels like comfort zone type of energy. Like, how do I say? Let me think how to say it. It's not that you don't see the options. It's that you feel like if you jump on the options, explore the options, whatever, it somehow interferes with the groove you've got going. It feels like you feel as though you've got a nice groove going, and your life works for you, even though clearly in some aspects it is not working for you. It works well enough for you to be a functional human in society, right? And it looks like, even though you can see the options, you're scared to implement any of them or even dabble because of what that may interfere in the routine you have going. Well, I got to tell you, your routine isn't working for you. Something's got to give. In your hopes and fears, you've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. You're not ready to let go of that routine yet. You're not ready to change. You're very comfortable where you are, even though you're not comfortable and you know things need to change. That's a Gemini issue. You'll move when you're ready. The overall long-term outcome is going to be the Death in the reverse position. So you're resisting transformation, even though you know full and well that you're the weakest you've ever been in this state because you're staying in a place that you've outgrown. You know it's time to move on and change. You know it's time for the next chapter, and you know it's a lone journey. But you're not ready to move yet. You'll move when you're ready. Let's get some shuffles over here, and then we're going to go through and clarify. That was a weird shuffle. Alright, so let's clarify this Five of Cups. Growth. You know that. You know, and you're trying. You are trying, but you're just kind of in this weird limbo state. Maybe you need to disconnect. At the bottom of the deck, we are getting the strength there. Again, we got strength over here, strength over here. You're strong, Gemini, and I think you understand fully that things need to change. It looks like you're trying to hold your head up. You're trying to stay above water. You're trying to focus on the positive things. And you know change needs to be made. You know you need to grow. All I can say is it looks like you're doing the best you can. And again, maybe you just need to disconnect. Maybe you need to disconnect from the world. Maybe you need to disconnect from social media. Maybe you need to disconnect from particular people, circle of friends, maybe belief systems also. The Nine of Pentacles coming through over here with the Hermit did come in the reverse position again, which is anything but independence. It's like, you know, I don't know, it's this weird, all I have is me, but I really want somebody else, but I can't depend on anybody else. It's just this back and forth. It's very indecisive, and it could just be the energy that we're in. Let me get one more card there. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Just very, very sensitive. And this, look, if you're watching this, Gemini, and you're an extreme empath, I get it. I get how scary it is to let other people and situations into your sphere, because I get it. I get how draining it can be, and I get how literally dangerous it can be for your sanity, your peace, and your functionality just overall. But you are going to have to give somewhere. I would always advise to strengthen your spiritual compass and strengthen your discernment, okay? You got the Two of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. You are fully aware that you know you are at a crossroads. You have actually been at this crossroads for quite some time, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and it's not actually a limb, at least 3 years. At least 3 years for some of you. 2017 for others of you. And almost 3 years, since 2019. 2019, 2017, and just outright 3 years is coming through big time. So this has been something that's been gone over and over and over in the brain, and changes. And I'm sure that slight changes have been made here and there. And again, that's where we get back to reverting back to that form of happiness that always did it for us before, that's not doing it for us anymore. You need more. Seven of Swords, loss. Look, again, this lost hope. Oh my God, it's just not meant for me. It's never going to happen for me. Whatever it is. Oh, I'm never going to get the job. Oh, I'm never going to get the promotion. Oh, no one's ever going to, marry me, or whatever this is. This lost opportunity, this lost hope. That's just simply not true. But that's the energy that you're in. You're deceiving yourself and you're deceiving the ones around you, because I do feel like, Gemini, you have a lot of people around you that love you. Not just one, not just two. You do have people around you that love you and support you, but for whatever reason, there's a disconnect and you just can't do it right now. Okay, you got the Fool with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles coming over the Chariot. Your advice is to just wash it. Be loyal to yourself. Be creative with your outlets. You need to be honest with yourself, and you're gonna have to start over. There's a whole new beginning that needs to happen, and it does feel like you are scared. For many of you, relocation has been coming through for Gemini for quite some time, and it does look like you are scared for whatever reason. You're scared to start over. You're scared the finances aren't going to be there. You're scared the support isn't going to be there. You're scared that you're going to make the right decision. For many of you, you're barely financially making it as it is, and you've needed to make a move for quite some time to help those finances, but it's scary. I get it. New can be scary, but that's only for a number of you for the literal relocation. However, for others of you, it's just an overall clean slate. You just need a clean slate. And for a lot of you, this is so simple. It's just forgiving yourself for things that have happened in the past. That's what the new slate is. The clean slate. It's you against you. You have to forgive yourself so that you can move on. Okay, let's do the Eight of Cups, and then we'll do the Eight of Cups with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups was in the reverse. King of Cups and the Queen of the Ocean, which is the Empress. Okay, so look, it's the same fear that's up here. You're scared to lose like everything you've worked for. It's almost like you're scared to make changes because you're scared to lose everything you worked for, instead of understanding that the changes that are going to be made are going to be bringing so much more abundance. It doesn't take away what you worked for. It actually adds to everything that you've worked for. But it's a realization that you have to come to, because it's an acceptance that you have to have and a change that you have to make. Okay, when we get looking at the Death in the reverse position, we got the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Okay, Gemini, many of you are outright scared to outgrow your surroundings. You are scared to leave people behind. For some of you, this is a soul tribe. For some of you, this is actual family members. For others of you, this is your partner, your spouse. Some of you, this is a group of friends. For some of you, this is a job. I'm at least talking to one person that has created a very successful company and is no longer happy and fulfilled in that way, and they're wanting to sell it off, and they know that their employees will suffer because it goes corporate versus small business, family owned. You have to do what's right for you. You have to do what's right for you. So I get it. I get the sadness. I get the mourning. I get it. But you know that it's time for a change, and that this change is way past being needed, and at this point is necessary, because for a lot of you, especially the older Geminis that I'm speaking to, you're gonna fall into a hole of depression that you may not be able to pull yourself out of. And I say that because from the looks of this reading, many of you are killing yourself and sacrificing yourself for someone else's or other people's happiness, and in the process you are losing everything that is you. That is what I have for you. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time.